Good afternoon. I say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and actually invest in yourself and in myself. Topic today is sports and what does it mean? Sports is a stepping stone or a platform for you to be shine on or you to show what your talents are. A lot of these sports nowadays, these coaches forget to realize that it is a sport and it is just a game, and they forget to teach the fundamentals at the young age. Having 5 kids and 2 of my youngest watching their teams from T-ball to coach pitch, the game is phenomenal in that sense because it's fun to see these little ones just swinging and running all over the place and running from base to center field to third base to the fence, and they should be at the home plate. It's just it's fun. As we get older, we lose the fun in the game. We get caught up in the wins and losses. We get caught up in not teaching them how to develop as young boys or girls into young men or women, and then obviously into whatever they pursue in their journey of athletics. If you look at the fundamental aspect of it, you would realize and appreciate that if you said instead of here's a batter, here's a ball, here's a basketball, here's a football, here's a soccer ball, and just teach them, what it is, what sport they are playing at that time, and teach them to educate them and just say, hey, this is what happens if you do this, or this is what happens if you do that. And also you educate them on it's okay to win, it's okay to lose, as long as you put that effort forward. That's all that matters at the end of the day, because the guy above, he actually picks the winners and losers. You and I don't. One person can have a great day. Well, he had a great day because he's been blessed with unique athletic talent, and his talent came from the good Lord. And we forget that we are blessed, and we get caught up in, again, the wins and losses, and we get caught up in trying to do what is the best for the team and not realize that each individual person is a person, and that we have to develop these people as we would develop our own, because at the end of the day that we realize that you have to be mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong, and then also spiritually strong. And spiritually is one of the biggest missing components to sports nowadays. We just say I'm a unique and God-gifted talent and I'm going to make it to the next level. Well, I was that athlete that had God-gifted talent and thought that I was going to make it to the next level. I did play college ball, but I tried out for the NFL, and I got told 2 things. I was the wrong skin color and I was the wrong height. And it didn't really sit home with me, and that's why I actually kind of making these videos, because of the fact that if you invest in you, when one person tells you that, the sky's the limits, because either it's going to set a fire underneath you and you're going to do something about it, or you're just going to say, you know what, yep, you're right. Like everybody else, I'm just going to count my blessings and roll with it. I look at it like, the good Lord had blessed me with my athletic talent and also has taught me to give back to society, because of the fact that these kids nowadays aren't given the right opportunity or the right voice that they need to be set forth for themselves. And again, sports was my platform of showing my athletic talent. And right now, I'm no longer in the athletic field, but I do train strength conditioning, and I also help coach football here and there. And then I also help my kids with, their sports, just because I want them to enjoy their sports. I don't want to be the father that lives through the kids and lives through their sons and daughters and says, oh, you're going to make the $1 million, and you're 1 in a million. Not saying it's not possible, not saying it can't happen. Just saying that reality it's real, and it's a beast. It really is. And sports is, again, a platform to show your blessing and your talent. And if you look at sports as a young kid, you'll realize that you love the game. and you enjoyed it. You enjoyed going to practice. You enjoyed going to games because you're around your friends. It's just like school. You enjoy going to that because you're always around it. Nowadays, society has totally changed. It's gotten to a point where it's all video and it's all game. So when it comes to games, these kids sometimes don't know how to respond, and these guys sometimes don't know how to to accept if they lost or accept if they won. Sometimes it could be the world for them, and sometimes it could be the end of the world for them. Is it right? No. Is it wrong? Not at all either. It's just one of those things. Times have changed, but we got to go back to using sports as that platform and teaching and developing youth, and then young athletes, and then young adults in all facets of the world, and just it gives you so much more life lessons to learn, and it teaches you camaraderie. It teaches you to trust one another. It teaches you to create a bond, and if you and again invest in yourself at a young age, and you start to learn the game fundamentally from the smallest movements, and you continue to perfection those movements, or those shots, or throwing a football, or kicking a soccer ball, or swinging a golf club. If you practice over and over again, it might sink in sooner or later. You might become very successful in your journey in athletics and your journey of life. And it's just interesting how sports has changed, but it's changed for the good, but it's also changed for the bad, because no one sport should be all year round. Because if you play one sport all year round and you play another sport all year round, your body needs time to heal, your body needs time to recover. And I've seen it firsthand going from one sport to another sport. A young man got injured to the point that his career might be over because of the fact that these sports overlap and these coaches want to live vicariously through their kids. And I get it. Your kids, your team, your athletes are very valuable. But for crying out loud, there's more to life than playing the sport all year round if they're not getting paid. If they're getting paid, that's a different story. But if you are not getting paid, let a kid be a kid. Again, at the end of the day, a sport is a platform to show your unique talent. But if you can't show your talent because you got injured due to stupidity on the coach's part of saying, you're playing this sport, when you're done, you need to show up to this because it's mandatory. It's mandatory you get here. Come on, man. Wake up and smell the roses, coaches. Let a kid be a kid. I understand that you want to be a successful team. And I understand that your program is your program. But at the end of the day, you got to step back and look at the bigger picture and realize that we don't know all. So therefore, sometimes it's cool to step back and say, go train with that person, or go train with that person, or go listen to that coach, or go play for that coach, or go have him coach you instead of me. Because maybe the way you're coaching them might not work. Again, that's what's great about sports. Because it's not what you say, it's how you say what you say to these kids that respond. And again, if you give it all up to the good Lord, I'm telling you, these kids will jump through hoops. But when you say it's my team, and you do it my way or you're not playing, you'll get far because you got talent. But your farley will quickly come to an end because talent runs out when you're faced against other talent that is just as good as yours. So again, sports is a teachable platform for all walks of life. And we as coaches have to sometimes sit back and step back and relax and look at the bigger picture. These are kids. These kids need to be loved. They need to be nurtured. They need to be taught. They don't need to be yelled at, criticized, ridiculed, put down. They've probably heard that a lot of times in their life. Try to be the different one, like I am, to change lives. And tell them, you are loved. I got you. Anything you need, I got you. I can help you through all things. And if I can't, I'll find a way or someone who will help us, you and I, get to where you need to go. And thank you. Thank you for, again, taking time to listen to this. You are a blessing, and your voice needs to be heard too as well. God bless.